Hello, thank you for joining me for another head shave. Today is Tuesday night and I need a head shave bad, so I'm going to do a beginner's budget head shave. And I had a viewer email me. He's a college student. He's on an extreme budget. He's starting to lose his hair. I'm guessing college student, that's early 20s. I was kind of blessed. I didn't start losing my hair until my mid 30s, somewhere in there. Really starting to, and I'm 37 and I've got some bad bald spots really starting. So yeah, I feel for you. So I'm going to give you a beginner's head shave and budget head shave. And I shopped around for this, and it's going to be a disposable. I know some of you guys out there, you don't like your disposables and cartridge razors, but for the beginner, for the head shave, we're not talking face shave, we're talking the head shave. And I think this is a good place to start, and that is the Dollar General Studio Selection blade. This is $1.07, and you get 5 of these. If you don't like head shaving, you're out $1.07. Come on. All right, for a soap, I'm going to recommend Pears, and I'm not even going to use a brush. I'm just going to hand lather this. And Pears is a glycerin-based soap. It's from India. You can get this at Dollar General sometimes for $1.07 or Dollar Tree for $1.25. And this stuff lathers very well. Sometimes I use this as a pre-shave with other soaps, but it does lather well by itself. And I guess it was common back in the day for guys to just shave with this. So I'm going to use that. One thing you're absolutely going to need, because this is a head shave, you're going to need a septic pencil. And this is the Clubman brand one. I get this for $1.99 at a local grocery chain called Price Chopper. And yeah, this is the jumbo. You can get it online. Now, for my viewers that are out of the U.S., I'm sorry, some of this stuff, it's going to be different depending on, the country you live in. All this stuff I can get locally, and he's from the U.S., so I figured, I'd do this. So, but you can probably get a Septic pencil or an alum block offline. I prefer the Septic because you are going to cut your head, and you need a way to stop the bleeding. All right, Lucky Witch Hazel. This is a budget witch hazel. It's $1.07 at Dollar General and $1.25 at Dollar Tree. And it's from Turkey. It's good stuff. And lastly, you don't have to, but I'm going to use an aftershave because this is $1.25 from Dollar Tree. And it's got a nice scent to it. There's not a lot of alcohol in it. And it's great. And just for you guys, you beginners out there, I'm only going to do one pass today. It's not going to be a BBS head shave. And in fact, your first head shave is not going to be BBS. Now, one other thing is a piece of paper towel would be a good thing to have to check, for your bleeding and all that kind of stuff, so you can pinpoint where to use the septic. Now, you have to have some way to get your hair short. If you've decided, you don't like the balding and you want to shave your head, you need to get your hair short. I recommend a pair of hair clippers. Budget is fine. Just something you can get your hair down. Now, I don't let my hair get past this, so most of the time I'm going to use a trimmer. This is the Micro Touch Solo. I've had this for a while. I got this from Walgreens on sale for like $5. It's got two-sided blades, and I mostly use this for doing around the ears, which I will do now. It's got a light on it, and it works great. I still say the clippers are better, and go with the lowest gauge you can. Just be careful around your ears, and don't take your eyebrows off and all that kind of stuff. Another thing, you want to map out any blemishes you have on your head. Like I used to have one right here, I had it taken off. You don't want to hit that, and you want to go around it. Now, I've got a knot on the back of my head where I whacked my head in the chicken coop, so I'm going to have to watch out with that. So let's get on with a shave. Also, some washcloths. I got 2 set. One for wet, one for dry. Now, any disposable will work. I just think this is a good starting point with like the sensor or this Studio Selection, because it doesn't pivot. And if you plan on going to DE head shaving or S single edge, I think this is better. It's got the lube strip. This one has one use on it already. I used it as a trimming razor with a head shave with a DE. So, yep, 2 blades. I mean, if you've got a Mach 3, that's fine. If you've got the Gillette Labs razor, that's fine too. I just like 2 blades for head shaving and face shaving. Or if you've got the Harry's razor, that's a good one. There's all different cartridge razors that are good for head shaving. Now, I'm just going to make a lather and keep wetting the puck. Another thing is I've got a yogurt container here that I use for the for all the hair and all that stuff. You want to try to make a decent lather with this because you don't want to clog up the cartridge razor. And don't try to go for BBS right off the bat. Your first ones are not going to be good. I mean, you might, but I had some really bad ones when I first started off head shaving. And the most helpful with that was Scott was shaving with peg leg. He's the one I learned the most about head shaving. So check him out. Now, at the end of the video here, if this doesn't, if you try this and it doesn't work for you, I do have an option for you, and that's electric razors. And there's one YouTuber who's been doing a lot with that, and one of my favorite people to watch myself on YouTube, and that's Paul the Shaving Fox. I can recommend you go check him out. He's been doing some nice reviews on electric razors and head shaving. I've learned a lot from him as well about head shaving lately. Alright, that's good enough. It's not buttercream, but it's a lather. So you want to get that lube strip activated. That's what the container looks like. Before you begin, if you have a beard and you don't want to take it off, make sure you mark it out, like, where you're going to go and avoid it. And because I'm only going to do one, I may do a little bit of touch-ups, but especially around the ears and whatnot. But you're going to go back to front. And it doesn't really matter where you start. I like to start around the ears on one side and work the sideburns if I did have a beard. Now, what would be better with this would be a brush. And you can get a budget boar brush or a synthetic, but that's going to cost extra. So that's why I didn't include it. Now, if you want to spend the extra $2 and you have a Stop and Shop or a Hannaford's near you, Vanderhagen sells a boar brush for about $2.50. And that would be a good way to go too. And there's all things you could do with this shave to make it better. You could use a budget shave soap instead of this bar soap. You could go to a different razor. My favorite cartridge razor is the Gillette 7 O'Clock P2, the Track 2 successor that's made in India. And I prefer that because I can get 100 Persona Twin Pivot Plus blades for that for $20. Oh wow, I'm taking off quite a bit of my basin here is filling up. And even though your first head shave may not be the greatest, keep at it. I did, and I can't stand having hair. It also makes me look younger. So you won't hear me complaining. I ran into someone I went to high school with, same age as me, last week, and they've got a full beard and it's gray, and they're going gray in the hair, and I'm going, oh boy, good thing I don't let my hair grow out. You control the angle and the pressure with this, and if you do cut your head, don't get too worried about it if it's not catastrophic, which this is recessed, these blades, so you can either take care of it now or wait till the end of the shave if it's not too bad. And yes, you see me going over the same spot multiple times. You know, guys, I'm probably going to do another pass because it's not BBS. But if you did this first, let me do my neckline. Just remember, everything with head shaving for the most part is feel. In the front here you can see, but in the back it really is a technique and feel thing. Alright, that's okay. If I was going to shave, you know, every day, that would be fine, but it's not BBS. And if you're satisfied with that, just make sure you don't have any, you know, hairs sticking out anywhere. Make sure you get behind your ear good. So I'm going to do another pass because I'm not bleeding from my knot that I got on the back of my head. And now I will do front to back, which is against the grain. I actually prefer doing it this way to canned shaving cream as well, because this has slickness and volume, whereas canned cream has no slickness at all. And gel, I don't care for that. Not to mention, a can of gel, even from Dollar General for a little one, is $2, whereas that bar of soap's $1.25, and I've never, you know, measured how many shaves, but it'd be a lot. It's a bar of soap. The lube strip will combine with the soap to give you a little more slickness. Remember, this is just beginners. I get excellent head shaves with DE, but it took me a long time with technique to get there. And lately I've been working with gem razors, trying to get my technique good for head shaving with them. Single edge. And people that straight razor head shave, you'll never hear me complain about you. That's like you've mastered your technique. Like Barber T there. He uses the C-Def razor. I enjoy his shaves. He's the one I watched about the C-Def razor. Also, if you have a cowlick like I do in the back here, you may have to go another direction and do a special, yeah, like that. See where I'm not going with or against to get it. No, that's not BBS, especially right here. You know what? It's good enough. On a 1 to 10, that head shave is definitely a 9. There's a couple spots, could make it a 10 on the closeness. Alright, let me rinse off here and see if I've got any cuts. Don't leave soap on the ear and all that kind of stuff. And if yeah, because that stinks. Especially if you're going out in the public. Oh, did I hit that? I think I'm using witch hazel because that dang bump has been irritating the crap out of me for a couple days. I've got a red washcloth, but just drying off with it. Alright, let me see. Paper towel. No, nothing there. Oh, yep, I got myself. Let me see where it is. It's right back here, so I'll take care of that with the Septic and show you how that works. All right, I'm gonna take care of that little weeper. My Septic's kind of, yeah, I've had it for a while. So you take cold water, you rinse it under, you take the Septic, yeah, I got it. And you'll see the blood on the Septic pencil. Then rinse off your Septic pencil and just keep going until it's not, you don't see blood. This side I'm good. Now don't leave this Septic on your scalp. You want to wash it off with your wet washcloth, or it'll leave a white spot. And I learned that one from my brother. He says, "What the heck's that white spot on you?" Ah, Septic. All right. Lucky Witch Hazel. How much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drops. And it's an astringent. It'll help with any irritation. In your first head shave, you're going to have irritation unless you're lucky. And then the aftershave. Now this doesn't have a lot of alcohol in it. The witch hazel has more alcohol than this does. And this has got a big restrictor, so put your index finger over it, and I did 2 gulps. And this does not smell like anything else. It's got its own smell. It's blue, but it's not like Aquavelva. And that is that. Put your cap back on. Make sure you rinse out your disposable. With these, I get about, I don't know, 7 to 8 head shaves with these. I normally take these if I'm traveling too. I don't want to take a razor I'm worried about losing. I normally just use them once and then throw them out. But for $1.07, I'm really not complaining. There's many ways you can upgrade after this. This is just a starting point. I, in fact, recommend that you do. You know, if you find the 2 blades don't work for you, if it's not enough, or you want to go to more blades, which I don't, you know, you can if you want to, or you can't get a cheap disposable, but they're everywhere. Yeah, Mach 3 works good. Harry's razor works good. I just, like I said, I like 2 blades for the face as well, so why not just have the 2 blades? I have the Gillette Labs razor. It's an okay head shaver. I just don't care for the price of the cartridges. And this was a budget head shave, so yeah. You experienced head shavers out there. You got any comments or suggestions, please put them down below with this. I hope this helps you there, getting into head shaving. Like I said, this don't work for you. Go check out Paul the Shaving Fox with them electric trimmers. Yeah, they're not budget, but at least that's an option if, you know, you find that even disposables or cartridge doesn't work for you. And if this does work for you and you want to keep going and go into DE, go check out my my head shave with the Wilkinson Sword Classic razor, and that will be my next head shave because I want to do the next step, which would be DE. And then with Essie, I'm going to recommend for injectors and gems. We'll do something beginner there as well. So, all right, that's it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Till I see you next. If you need to get a hold of me, cdnvt802@gmail.com. Hope all is well. Appreciate you. You guys take care out there, and happy shaves.